Welcome to Ogmore Beach in South Wales. Beautiful location, very nice B-roll if I don't say so myself. Unfortunately, the engagement shoot by Ogmore Castle wasn't so lucky. It was very foggy, and what I didn't realise is the lens of my GoPro was getting very foggy, so I apologise if the footage is a bit foggy, but I'll talk you through it as best as I can. You're now seeing the first few photos that I took. But instead of just talking you through each individual photo, really, I just want to give you a bit more about my thought process during one of these shoots and how I work and how I operate. So my go-to poses at the beginning of any shoot, just to get them relaxed. Because the last thing you want is a camera in your face. As I've alluded to in the past, posing for anyone is such an awkward thing to do, and having your picture taken is not a natural thing. So I'm trying to make the most of this beautiful location, and they're either stood up or sat down for most of the engagement shoot. So as they're sat down here, I'm making them laugh just to get them nice and relaxed. When people laugh, they let their guard down, they're happy. And now I've switched lenses. As you can see, they're actually letting me get very close up to them, but they're still guard down, laughing, enjoying the moment, enjoying being with each other. And that's what makes for the best photos, I think. And if you can ease your couple into a shoot with minimal direction, so just while they're stood up, give her a hug from behind, and I say to her, just look over your shoulder and maybe give them a kiss or say something funny. She goes for the kiss, but just minimal instruction, and they're so relaxed. At this stage of the shoot, Mel's gone in one direction, Chris has gone in the other direction. It looks like they're playing hide and seek. So I just roll with it. Whatever they've done naturally, I'll roll with it, I'll follow them, and I'll try and take the best possible pictures of any moments that happen naturally. It makes my life easier. So as you can see, they're between the archway now. He's just pushing her hair back. I think I told him to do that, but the rest of it, I also said maybe if you can't think of what to do, try and touch heads, but try and make it as romantic as possible. If anything they do doesn't work, then I don't take the picture. If it looks nice, I will take the picture. So I'll always move around as well. Try and get a wide angle as well with the close-up angles. And while they're walking, if they've got their arms around each other, which normally I don't really have to prompt too much, I'll take some nice pictures of that. And another thing I do is I try not to stick in the same part of the location for too long, so that it keeps things interesting, keep it flowing. So now they're going to be sat down on this wall because they've got the river behind them, and the sun, even though it's quite hazy and foggy, it's sort of poking through the clouds there, so I thought it would make for some nice photos with them sat there. And again, while they're sat there, I'm just letting them be in the moment and enjoy each other's company. And there's no secret to that. When you've got a couple, if you think about the fact that they're in love, and if they were on a date, they'd be walking around, holding hands, sitting down, enjoying the view. And that's what you want to bring out of it. Yes, it's a staged environment because we've gone there for the sole purpose of a photo shoot. But as they're sat there, they're so into each other and the moment that they're letting me just walk around them, change composition, change lenses. I'm still talking to them for a little bit of it, but they're just letting me get on with what I'm doing, and they're not wary of, oh, that lens is pointing at us, he's pressing the shutter, we have to smile awkwardly, or anything weird like that. Literally just look how cute they are. She's put her head on his shoulder, they're talking, they're laughing, they're smiling, and that's literally all there is to it. I come up with the next idea. I want them to walk back from the end of this bridge towards me, so I'm behind the wall here for an interesting composition with the bridge. And any walking, really, as well as to loosen them up and get them relaxed, it makes for some good pictures if they're walking towards you, when they're looking at each other and interacting with each other, if they're holding hands. I don't really have too much to prompt with most couples. And sometimes they, again, come up with their own ideas, and going into here to stand by the window was actually their idea. So again, like with the hide and seeks, and I rolled with it. I let them go with the flow, because that tells me that they're into their date, they're into the location, they're into being there in the moment with each other, and they're still laughing. They're interacting really flirtatiously with each other, they're giggling, they're happy, they're in a great mood, And then it's my job to do the rest, which is find the good composition, decide which lens to use, some wide angles, some close up, and just wait for those moments to happen. That's my job. As a wedding photographer, if you think about a wedding, you're waiting for certain moments to happen naturally so that you can be there to capture them. And I try and apply that science to my planned engagement shoots. Now, we're going to walk down to by the river. We've had enough of the castle. There's some gorgeous stepping stones, and you'll see this pose here. They're holding hands, but she's leading him away. That's the first time I've tried it, and I'm very pleased with the results. One of them leading the way. Normally, if it's a male-female couple, get the female to lead the male, just slightly walking in front. And as they stood by the stepping stones, they carried on holding hands. So again, whatever happened naturally, I'm working with it. I'm moving around them so I can capture different angles and different compositions, different backgrounds. Then they stood on the grass verge and arms around each other and look at the beautiful scenery is the only thing I told them to do. What they do next or how they interact with each other next is entirely up to them. Again, I'm just using the environment and the background and what they do naturally to capture the best photos possible. I've gone around the front of them now and I'm about to step inside the river. Even though it's freezing cold and it is up to my ankles, I'm trying my best to compress the background so that the cars aren't in the image and I'm just getting nice pictures with them, and then there's the castle in the background. Get some verticals, obviously, portrait and landscape. I'm always switching between the two, hence the shaky footage, so I do apologise for that. And here is our penultimate location. Now at this stage they're that into it and that relaxed that I'm not even saying hold him or hold her, hug him or hug her. They're naturally doing whatever they want to do, and all I said was, hey, this looks like it'll make for some nice pictures. So they literally stood there. At one point they're kissing, at one point they're laughing. I think just a second ago they were looking, and you can see that horse walking past. That's what they spotted when they were looking into the distance. And everything they do in between all the kissing, you see I don't take many pictures of the kissing itself, just whatever happens naturally between them. And this is the last few photos of the photo shoot. It was a fantastic evening. The sun didn't really play ball, the fog was there, but we still got some lovely photos. And I hope that you've gained some sort of insight as to how my mind works as a candid wedding photographer. And I have so much more behind the scenes planned for my weddings as well. So press like, hit subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.